Then let's come back to trigonometry function here. So as we discussed before, the sin x and cosine x, they are continuous function. So those two functions, we can find the limit anywhere, any place. Okay. However, if the function is given among those four other functions, then we need to check out undefined case. So as we know, the secant means 1 over cosine, right? Then you need to watch out where cosine x become 0. When we go down here, then sine and cosine equals 0 at this value and at this value too, right? Which means 90 degree and 270 degree. So, but as you know, whenever we talk about the function, we don't use angle value. We use radian value instead. Then, now 90 degree means pi over 2. That's radian value, right? And also 270 means 3 pi over 2. So, if we limited, domain is x is between 0 and 2 pi, then cosine case pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2, that will be is vertical asymptote value here. And now tangent also cosine is on denominator, therefore it has very similar behavior compared to secant x here. Conversely, now cosecant x case, cosecant means 1 over sine x. So you need to find out where sine is equal to 0. So when we go down this unit circle again, sine 0 means this point, which is 0, and this point pi or 2 pi basically. Okay, so the same way, if we limit the domain x is between 0 and 2 pi, then whenever we ask you to find the limit using the vertical asymptote, then the sin s will be asked for x equal 0, pi, or 2 pi. Now, as you see, cosecant x and then cotangent x, they're both sin s on denominator, so their behavior are also very similar to each other. Good? Okay, then now how to interpret limit value basically. So if any question asks you find the limit x move to pi over 2 secant x. And now the secant x case, it depends on cosine here. You know, the cosine pi over 2, which is 0, and this is undefined case, right? Therefore, in this case, at x equal to pi over 2, that's our vertical asymptote, right? Which means the function is not continuous. Not continuous means limit do not exist. So the question is given by limit x approaches to pi over 2. Then you say no limit exists. That's it. Okay? However, what if the question asks you only one side limit, such as only positive side or negative side, like that? Good? Then it can be different story. So let's go down here. For the quadrant here, so centering the origin point here, so this direction is positive x, and this direction is negative x. Going up, positive y, going down, negative y here. based on this, we can summarize the sign of x and y value. This one both plus and plus. This become minus and plus. This become minus and minus. This is plus and minus here. So through two unit circles, we checked the front value indicated cosine, second one indicated sine. Okay? So then now we know that limit x move to pi over 2 secant x is undefined. But what if I'm asking you from minus sign here? Then it is going toward from negative side, right? So then through the origin point, from negative side means this direction. Good. And then because we know at the pi over 2 secant x has a vertical asymptote, so we can assume the one side limit going to be either positive infinity or negative infinity. And now just find out sine plus sine over minus, which is minus, right? Therefore this limit become negative infinity. Good. So what if we ask limit x move to pi, maybe cosecant x here. Then now this case is based on sine x, sine function here, sine function. And then you say that if there's no direction, one side limit direction, then just say no limit exists. But what if I'm asking plus sign here? Cosecant means this is based on sine. Sine is up and down, right? If I'm asking from the positive side, which is this direction here, right? And then where's pi? Pi is right here, basically. So in this case, y value become positive, cosine is already negative because of pi. So it also indicates this quadrant. So become negative infinity as well, because one of them is minus, the other one is positive. But on this particular case, if I'm asking limit x move to pi from negative side and cosecant x, then pi is already from here, right? Angle pi located here. Now negative y means right here, going toward here, which means it indicates this quadrant. So therefore limit become positive infinity. So it works for other tangent or cotangent like that too. So let's think about tangent. So limit x move to 3 pi over 2 tangent x, and then it's from the positive side here. Okay, so tangent x means from the positive one over sine over cosine. So in this case we don't care sine because of cosine affect this limit so much. So pi over 3 angle 3 pi over 2 is located around here. Okay, now x is tangent, cosine is from the positive side, which is this direction. Yes, then this angle and this direction, so should be this quadrant. So their signs are different, so answer become negative infinity. But the question was limit x move to 3 pi over 2 from negative side tangent x here, then still 3 pi over 2 located right here, and tangent based on cosine and from negative side, which means this direction, right? Then now it indicates here. Minus or minus become positive infinity. So you can indicate one side limit using the quadrant signs.